Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Like you can tell from the title of the video, I don't know why I can't talk. This video is gonna be my highlighted collection. I know I don't talk about makeup a ton on my channel anymore. My channel is, I want to say, 80 to 90% more skincare focused these days than makeup. I mean, I talk about makeup every once in a while, but it's mostly for the majority skincare. So I thought, you know what, let me change up things a little bit. Let me talk about makeup and let me talk about a makeup category or a makeup product that I really don't talk about much on my channel, and that is highlighters. I don't have your typical, like, there are certain highlighters that you will see in everyone's collection. I don't own most of those highlighters, mainly because A, I don't wear highlighter a ton, and B, most highlighters look pretty much very identical to each other. So I feel like I may not have the most famous highlighter that everyone's talking about, but I have something in my collection which will pretty much look the same on my skin. So if I already have something, then why should I go ahead and buy something that everyone is talking about but that literally looks the same? So yeah, I have 7, 8-ish highlighters in my collection. Some of them are singles, some of them are in palettes. I'm going to show you what they are. But before we move ahead and talk about them, I just want to quickly remind you that if you're new to my channel, definitely make sure that you subscribe before we continue. And also make sure that you hit on the bell button, which is next to the subscribe button, because that way you'll get to know every single time I post a new video. So yeah, with that out there, now let's dive right in and get started and start talking about all the highlighters that I own. First, I'm going to talk about the one that is on my cheekbones right now. This is probably like my number one favorite highlighter ever, and that is this one right here. It's a part of the Sugar Contour de Force face palette. The one that I have is in the shade Subtle Summit, and this particular highlighter shade is in the shade Champagne Champion, I think. I'm gonna just quickly swatch it and show it to you what it looks like. It's your typical champagne highlighter, and this is literally like one of my favorite colors when it comes to a highlighter. This is what it looks like. The palette is, I think, 6.99 or 7.99 maybe, but if you want to buy this highlighter as a single, it's like 2.99, and trust me, you are never going to be able to like go through the entire pan. Like, can you tell? I have not even hit pan on this, and I don't even, like, I don't want to say this, but I don't think I'm ever going to be able to even hit pan on this before it goes bad. Um, Hopefully it lasts longer, but yeah, this is my first highlighter. The second one is probably one of the oldest highlighters. I want to say this is the oldest, but I am not completely sure, and it's actually a stick highlighter. All the highlighters that I own are powder highlighters. This is the only like cream stick highlighter. It's in the shade Pinky Dust, and this is from the NYX Bright Idea Illuminating Sticks. This highlighter is 3 years old, you guys, and it's a cream, so that honestly like even bothers me a little bit. But this one is like definitely a more pink shade, like you can tell if you like compare the two. So yeah, on days when I don't want to wear any like face makeup, I just want to put on some highlighter, maybe eyeliner or mascara and lipstick, and that's it. Those are the days I would use this. I make sure that, you know, if I'm wearing like loose powder on my face or something like that, I would not wear this because, you know, it can make the texture look really weird on the skin. So yeah, that was that. Moving on, next I have two highlighters which literally I feel like absolutely no one talks about, but I was really excited, which is why I bought them. And these are the Avon Mark Dual Glow Cheek Color and Highlighter Duos. I have Beach Babe and I have Basking Beauty. So these are basically like contour and bronzer duos of sorts. So this one is Beach Babe. Yeah, this one is Beach Babe, and the highlighter in this one is a little bit more golden, if you can tell. Okay, I'm sorry. Uh, yeah, this one is Beach Babe, and this is more of like a contour color with a golden highlighter. And then the other one is Basking Beauty, and no, that one is a bronzer, this one is a more of a contour color. This is definitely more gray toned, and I honestly feel like the highlighters look pretty much the same in both the duos, to be very honest. Anyways, this is what Basking Beauty looks like, And let me actually show them to you together, so that's when you'll be really be able to tell that the highlighters don't look very different from each other. They look pretty much the same. This is Basking Beauty, this one is Beach Babe. Yeah, I'm gonna still swatch both the highlighters for you. And again, can you tell? I mean, this one is a little bit more subtle compared to Champagne Champion. I feel like Champagne Champion is one of the most intense highlighters that I own in my collection. All the other ones are very subtle, everyday-esque, and I feel like everyday-esque, not isk. And I feel like I should have mentioned this earlier, but all the highlighters that I own in my collection, this is the one that is in the Beach Babe duo with the bronzer. Uh, So yeah, I was saying that I should have mentioned this earlier, but all the highlighters that I own in my collection are very subtle, everyday. Like I don't own a lot of blinding highlighters. Okay, this one is like honestly, it's barely there. I feel like you definitely have to like work a little harder. With a brush, I feel like you don't have to work that hard. But yeah, these two are literally like so similar to each other. I feel like I should not have had two. I could have just had like one. And but then when these launched and I saw them in the Avon brochure, I was like pretty excited. And Avon doesn't launch makeup products really that often. I mean, it's barely like maybe once or twice in a year. So when I saw these, I was really excited, and I was so excited that I bought two without using brains. So yeah, moving on, next I'm going to show you my newest highlighter. I feel like I have not talked about this in my channel whatsoever. This is the Faces Canada All Time Pro Illuminating Powder. So this one was inspired by my best friend. So she has owned this for maybe 2 years at this point. This is what it looks like. They just have one shade. Um, and this is definitely a more golden highlighter. Like when I opened this and when I saw it in the pan, I was like, this is really golden. But I feel like it still works. Like my best friend is maybe like 2 shades lighter than I am, and it still works on her skin. It does not like leave a stripe or anything like that. So this definitely works for a variety of skin tones. Even if you're super fair and you want a golden highlighter, it's gonna work for you. Even if you're like medium or deeper, I think it's still gonna work for you. um, I feel like I should compare this to Becca Champagne Pop, because I feel like even that is a color which works for the fairest of the fair but also the deepest of the deep. So I'm gonna swatch this for you. This I feel like is a little similar to Champagne Champion again. These are all very similar to each other. So yeah, this one is the Faces one again. If you hold it in a certain angle, it looks like super blinding. But then if I hold it like this, it looks like just a white powder on my skin. But yeah, when it hits the light, I feel like it looks really pretty. I was wearing this in one of like my earlier videos that I filmed a couple of days ago. And you might have like seen it a long time back, because obviously I'm pre-filming. But yeah, I feel like this looks so pretty, and this kind of like made me really fall in love with highlighters. And yeah, now I've been wearing highlighter every single time I'm filming a video for you guys, which I normally don't. um, Moving on next to another one, which I feel like this I was not really expecting it to be like a highlighter sort of product. By the way, excuse the fact the packaging looks A, it's very old, and B, it's like this mirrored packaging. So like whenever you touch it, you have like fingerprints all over it, and I can't keep cleaning the product over and over again. But this is the Lakme 95 Natural Finishing Powder. This is actually a loose powder, and I used to use it all over my face earlier. Then I noticed that on days where I was like out for a long time throughout the day, um, I would notice my face getting super shiny very quickly, and especially my forehead would look like so glowy. So then I started using this as a highlighter, like a loose powder highlighter, and it works pretty well, let me tell you. So obviously, a little goes a very long way. And can you tell? I mean, this looks like so intense. I feel like this is not something that is gonna look good when I swatch, but I've worn this so many times as a highlighter on my face in like videos and in person, and it looks really nice. Uh, this big ass patch you see right here is is the loose powder highlighter. And again, when I swatch it with all the other highlighters, I feel like this literally looks like a loose powder highlighter. It does not look like a regular loose powder whatsoever, because you can clearly tell it's like super shiny. If you want something like similar to the Laura Mercier, I think they have a loose powder in the shade Glow. I feel like this is like an Indian version for that. Even the Jaclyn Hill, she also has a powder, a loose powder in her highlighter collection, which is supposed to be like a subtle everyday highlighter, but like in a loose powder version. I feel like this is a very good Indian dupe, and this is like what, barely 600, 700. I'm not sure what the price is, and it doesn't say on the packaging. But yeah, I'm sure this is like super duper cheap and has been there in the market for so long. But yeah, again, great product. And the last product that I have is actually a contour and highlight palette, and there are two shades. By the way, it's broken, so again, this is very old and it's definitely broken, and ignore this. I was trying to depot it and like I shattered the whole thing, so then I had to throw it away. But this shade right here and this shade right here are great highlighters. These two are like matte highlights, these two are shimmery highlights. And honestly, if you want a subtle highlighter, you can use these as well. So I'm going to swatch the more champagne tone first. And again, another highlighter which looks very similar to all the other ones. Right there. And then this one is like literally a white highlighter. This one right here. I mean, I have to be very careful when I wear this, because otherwise I'm going to look like an ice queen. And I don't mean that in a good way. This this is so intense, but it's like so white on my skin. Like I have to make sure that I'm very like I'm not using too much, because if I do, I'm literally going to look like an ice queen. But yeah, these are all the highlighters that I own, and I clearly have too many, and I'm not even that big of a highlighter person, which is what stops me from buying more, because I need to use the ones that I have in my collection instead of going ahead and buying more. But yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed watching this video. I love this like swatch fest, and I feel like this made me realize how I clearly need to wear highlighters more, because I have way too many for my own good. But yeah, that's it for this video. I really hope that you enjoyed. I'm gonna sign off and end the video right here. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe before you leave and hit on the bell button. Follow me on my Instagram. I'm gonna have my handle listed, I'm gonna have my handle in the description box, and I'm also gonna leave the names and possibly link whatever I can as well, in case you're interested in checking any of them out. But yeah, that's it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye.